Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to present to you some database that we put together here for the clinic or for the hospital, and we use the SQL, MySQL database application. Right, so I was able to construct a database, and before I began, I made a whole lot of things here using Excel. So this is why I started off with my data numbers, names, and patient ID and everything. Initially, I tried to transfer this database I built with Excel here into the MySQL. I was trying to import, but it didn't work, so I had to go back into MySQL and actually do everything by hand, creating all this database at the workbench. So here it is. Here we have diabetes registry of patients who are aged between 40 to 78 years, and you see females and males in here. We have Tracy, Trudy, Nancy, Benjamin, Jacob, and all the others here with their values. Here they have diastolic blood pressure values and systolic blood pressure values, and some of the values are actually high that could cause end organ damage to some of these systems if the systems of some of these patients, if not well taken care of or managed. Okay, so we want better outcomes. That's why we compile all these numbers here to help providers see what is going on with this patient and what can be done. For instance, Trudy has a very high systolic BP. Then when you come to Brian, it's also very, very high. Morris is way high, and this can all cause end organ damage. We're trying to prevent that, preventing stroke, preventing any negative outcomes here. And so we compile this so that everything can make sense, and we proceed of our clinical procedures as to where we can help this patient. We also did the low density lipoprotein rate, which is the bad cholesterol values and all that. We still have some highs in there. Then we have the high density lipoprotein values, which represent the good cholesterols. We have very low values in some of them, and some of them look optimal. We also compiled the hemoglobin A1C of these 20 patients just to check the blood sugar levels, and some of them are at pre-diabetic, the borderline. Some are over the borderline, meaning some have diabetes, like Morris, Brianna, Zach, Jean, Trudy, and all that. They have high blood sugar values. Okay, so these are what we've done, and we've assigned dates, scheduled dates that they can come back to recheck some of these things. So this is to help our providers here do their due diligence. Okay, so as you can see, again, this is the diabetes registry we've attached here. We have patient ID, first names, diastolic blood pressure, systolic blood pressure, LDL values, HDL, hemoglobin A1C, and you see the patient ages and patient due dates to return to the office. We also created some views on some of these values. Okay, and as you can see here, these are the same values, but we did different views of the data. And So for the different views, for the first view, you see patient ID, first name, diastolic blood pressure, systolic blood pressure values, and you also see the LDL values. And in the second view, you see the patient ID, first name, diastolic, systolic blood pressure values, LDL, HDL values, A1C, and patient ages. Okay. Then we have other things we've done here. We've assigned users to this database, those who act as administrators, those who will be responsible for backing up the values, the whole what do you call it, database, backing up everything. Then we have users who will be responsible for modifying the data if the need arises, and those who can only access the views of the data. Okay, so I think we have them here. Not this particular one, but let me go here and see. So I'm looking for, where did I put this thing at? So these are the users. Okay, you have about 5 users there that we've created. On the left here, you see the users and privileges. So we have all that set. Okay, and I'm happy to have accomplished this and completed this for our providers and nurses to have an easy job to do, or to facilitate their work. All right, if there's any questions, I'm ready to answer right now. Otherwise, I will come back with all other databases that we create for this hospital, and see going forward what changes can be done, what modifications and all that. Again, my name is Dr. Henry, and thank you all for listening. All right, thank you.